Amazing adventures going on in Vancouver this summer, we thought it was time to introduce you to a man who makes adventure his vocation.
I'm originally from South Africa. I immigrated to Canada in 1999 in search of what all immigrants come to Canada for, a better life and more opportunity. And now I'm a proud resident of Burnaby, BC. I fell into travel writing by accident, literally by accident. A car hit me on Alberni Street, broke my kneecap, but I got $20,000 from ICBC. So after about a year, healed up, I decided to take that money and go traveling around the world. I bought a round-the-world ticket, and off I went to have that 1 year of living dangerously, of just having this crazy adventure. So to record it for my own sake, I started a website, a blog, and started writing about it. And that's how I became a travel writer. Didn't really set out to be one, it just kind of happened. And once I realized I could travel around the world and somebody else would actually pay for it, I was in. Looking back, that accident was the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Jumbo! The man who can jump at the highest is the guy who gets all the girls. And since polygamy is the name of the game, there's a lot of motivation to keep jumping as high as you can for as long as you can. Take a picture, please.
So after being a travel writer for a couple of years, I pitched the idea of a TV show about travel writers to show people the real truth behind the byline. We shot 40 episodes in 36 countries, and it's now seen around the world on National Geographic and Travel Channel. It took me to just the most amazing places and allowed me to chase the craziest adventures. I did the world's highest commercial bungee jump in Macau, underground bike racing in Hong Kong. I got into the wrestling ring in the Lucha Libre in Mexico City, kayaking in the Philippines, just amazing stuff. Running with the bulls in Portugal, driving Lamborghinis and Ferraris in Italy. Here I am in Taiwan, and this is the fire doctor of Taipei. He uses fire to massage the energies in your back. Essentially what he did is he doused alcohol on my back and then set me on fire. And just before it starts burning and I can smell my skin on fire, he starts moving the fire around. Complete nut job. That was fun. So after traveling around the world for years and years and years, I'm now turning my attention to Canada, to my adopted homeland. I'm writing a book called The Great Canadian Bucket List, Things to Do in Canada Before You Die. And it's my journey across the country, to every province and every territory, trying to find the most unique, unusual, fun, inspiring, amazing things that you can do in Canada. I'm only halfway through my journey, but there's been some definite highlights. Polar bear migration in Churchill, Manitoba is mind-blowing. Heliboarding in the Kootenays, using a helicopter as your own personal ski chair. I mean, these are things you can't really do in other parts of the world, and when Canadians start looking at their own country instead of looking abroad so much, they'll be pleasantly surprised. I've learned some fundamental things about traveling and going to all these countries that I've been to, meeting thousands of people from all walks of life. Number one is really, wherever you are is where you're supposed to be. Stick with it and enjoy it. Second of all, the people you meet create the paradise you find. Another thing is to smile a lot. It's gotten me out of trouble repeatedly. Locals love it. Locals love someone who smiles. And trust your gut. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. 107 countries, and I've never been robbed, I've never been sick, and I'm either the luckiest traveler who's ever been, or these things really work. Anyone watching this at home, I say the same thing to you. Travel while you can. If you've got the opportunity, just do it. Now is the time. Anyone who's ever followed that advice has always thanked me.